In a small village nestled high in the mountains of Sardinia, where the air is crisp and the landscape is dotted with olive trees and vineyards, lived a community of centenarians whose lives seemed to defy the very notion of aging. Their secret, as many would come to discover, was not hidden in a potion or a miracle supplement but rather in their approach to food and intricate meal formula that had been passed down through generations. This formula was not merely about what they ate, but how they ate, embodying principles of portion control, meal timing, and an unwavering commitment to nutrient-dense foods. The villagers began their day with the soft glow of dawn, the sun spilling golden light over the rolling hills. As the first rays of sunlight crept into their homes, the centenarians would stir from their slumber, their bodies moving with a grace that belied their age. Breakfast was a simple affair, a ritual steeped in tradition. They would gather around the table, sharing stories and laughter as they prepared their morning meal. It was never a feast, rather, it was a modest spread of whole grains, fresh fruits, and a drizzle of local honey. The portions were small, just enough to satisfy their hunger without overwhelming their senses. This practice of portion control was not a matter of restriction but a celebration of moderation. The centenarians understood that their bodies required nourishment, not excess. They listened to their hunger cues, eating only until they felt comfortably full. This intuitive approach to portion sizes allowed them to maintain a healthy weight, reducing the risk of chronic diseases that often accompany overeating. They often remarked on the importance of savoring each bite, allowing the flavors to linger on their tongues, a practice that also helped them to slow down and appreciate the meal. As the day unfolded, the villagers engaged in their daily activities, tending to their gardens, walking through the verdant hills, or gathering with family and friends. Their meals were not merely fuel, they were an integral part of their social fabric. Lunch was a communal affair, a time to reconnect and share. The centenarians would gather under the shade of ancient olive trees, their tables adorned with vibrant salads, legumes, and whole grains. They revered the Mediterranean diet, rich in vegetables, healthy fats, and lean proteins. The colors of their meals mirrored the landscape around them, deep greens from kale, bright reds from tomatoes, and golden hues from roasted peppers. Meal timing played a crucial role in their longevity. The centenarians adhered to a natural rhythm, eating their largest meal during the day when the sun was high and their energy levels peaked. Dinner, in contrast, was a lighter affair, often consisting of a simple broth or a vegetable stew. This practice not only aligned with their body's circadian rhythms but also allowed for ample time to digest before sleep. They understood the importance of giving their bodies a break, a chance to rest and recover from the day's activities. This mindful approach to eating ensured that they were not burdened by heavy meals at night, which could disrupt their sleep and overall well-being. As the sun began to set, casting a warm glow over the village, the centenarians would gather once more, this time for dinner. Their plates were filled with a variety of nutrient-dense foods, each chosen for its health benefits. They prized legumes, such as lentils and chickpeas, for their protein content and fiber. Leafy greens were a staple, packed with vitamins and minerals that fortified their bodies against illness. Fish, caught fresh from the nearby sea, was enjoyed several times a week, providing essential omega-3 fatty acids that supported heart health and cognitive function. The centenarians also had a deep appreciation for herbs and spices, often incorporating them into their meals not just for flavor but for their medicinal properties. Rosemary, thyme, and garlic were frequent guests at their tables, each bringing unique health benefits. They believed that food was not just sustenance but a form of medicine, a belief that had been ingrained in them since childhood. This holistic understanding of nutrition contributed to their vitality, allowing them to thrive well into their later years. Even in their advanced age, the centenarians remained active, their bodies moving with a vigor that many younger individuals envied. They attributed their energy to their diet, a carefully curated selection of foods that nourished not only their bodies but their souls. They often spoke of the importance of community, emphasizing that meals were best enjoyed in the company of loved ones. This social aspect of dining was just as vital as the food itself, fostering connections and reinforcing bonds that enriched their lives. As the years passed, the centenarians continued to thrive, their lives a testament to the power of their meal formula. Researchers and health enthusiasts began to flock to the village, eager to learn from these remarkable individuals. They observed the centenarians as they prepared their meals, taking notes on their portion sizes and the timing of their meals. They marveled at the vibrant colors of the food, the laughter that echoed around the tables, and the palpable sense of joy that filled the air. One researcher, a nutritionist named Elena, was particularly captivated by the centenarians' way of life. She spent months in the village, immersing herself in their daily routines, sharing meals, and engaging in conversations about food and health. As she learned from them, she began to see the profound impact of their approach to eating. It was not merely a diet, it was a lifestyle, a philosophy that encompassed respect for nature, gratitude for food, and love for community. Elena discovered that the centenarians had an innate understanding of nutrient density. They prioritized foods that offered the most nutritional value per calorie, ensuring that every bite contributed to their health. Processed foods were a rarity in their diets, replaced instead by whole, unrefined ingredients that nourished body and mind. They often spoke of their gardens, where they grew a variety of vegetables and herbs, a labor of love that connected them to the earth. This relationship with their food, from seed to table, fostered a deep appreciation for the nourishment it provided. As she delved deeper into their meal formula, Elena began to implement some of their practices into her own life. She found herself gravitating toward smaller portions, savoring each meal and allowing herself to truly enjoy the flavors. She began to eat lunch as her main meal, feeling more energized throughout the day. The centenarians' emphasis on nutrient-dense foods inspired her to fill her plate with vibrant vegetables and wholesome grains, transforming her approach to nutrition. Over time, Elena felt the changes within herself. Her energy levels surged, her mood improved, and she found a newfound sense of vitality. Inspired by the centenarians, she began to share her experiences with others, advocating for a lifestyle that prioritized mindful eating and community connection. She organized workshops, encouraging people to embrace the principles of portion control, meal timing, and nutrient density. The response was overwhelming, as individuals sought to reclaim their health and well-being. As word of the centenarians' meal formula spread, more and more people began to visit the village, eager to learn from these wise elders. The centenarians welcomed them with open arms, sharing their meals and stories, imparting their wisdom with grace and humility. They taught visitors not only about food but about the importance of balance in life, between work and play, solitude and community, nourishment and gratitude. Years passed, and the village became a beacon of health and longevity, attracting attention from scientists, health enthusiasts, and curious travelers alike. The centenarians continued to thrive, their lives a testament to the power of their meal formula. They remained active participants in their community, offering guidance and support to those who sought to embrace a healthier lifestyle. They understood that their legacy was not just in their longevity but in the lives they touched along the way. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the village, the centenarians gathered once more for their evening meal. They sat together, surrounded by the laughter of friends and family, sharing stories of the day. Their plates were filled with colorful vegetables, legumes, and fresh fish, each bite a celebration of life. In that moment, they embodied the essence of their meal formula, a harmonious blend of portion control, meal timing, and nutrient-dense foods that had woven the fabric of their lives. In the heart of that village, the centenarians continued to thrive, their meal formula a living testament to the power of mindful eating and the enduring bonds of community. They had unlocked the secret to longevity, not through isolation or restriction but through connection, gratitude, and a deep respect for the nourishment that life had to offer. And as the stars twinkled above, they knew that their legacy would live on, inspiring generations to embrace the beauty of food, the joy of sharing, and the art of living well.